Hi, everybody. My name is Amber Valentino, and I'm the Chief Clinical Officer for Trumpet Behavioral Health and Therapeutic Pathways. Uh, I'm here to talk to you a little bit about a paper that we published in Behavior Analysis and Practice. The title of the paper is Improving Behavior Analysts' Public Speaking, Recommendations from Expert Interviews. Now, we published this article because we were very interested in public speaking as a group, and we knew that there were not a lot of resources out there to help people learn how to improve their public speaking skills. And so we decided to come up with a systematic way to evaluate the top speakers in our field and to interview them about their best practices and what they do. And so that's what we did. After those interviews, we did some coding and came up with a lot of really robust resources about public speaking and how to do so effectively and become a better and more engaging speaker. This is a topic that's very near and dear to my heart. I historically had always been very nervous about public speaking, probably very similar to most people out there, and sometimes shied away from it. But over the course of time and years, I still get quite nervous, but I've become a very effective public speaker, having practiced a lot and integrated many of these tips into my own public speaking behavior. So I wanted to share with you a tip from our paper, and that tip is to keep your visuals structured, simple, and clear. Now, one of the things that you'll see in the paper is a lot of people talked about reliance on PowerPoint slides and slides that can be overly text heavy. And so I think that this point is really helpful in allowing people to really hear the words that you're saying and then the message you're delivering, while allowing that visual to supplement those words as opposed to be a stand-in for them. So one of the things that I do that's very consistent with the recommendations in the paper is actually write the talk first, and then I put the visuals on top of my words. And so I figure out what message I want to send, what are the words that I want to say, and then use the visuals as simply a supplement to those words. I think a lot of people do the opposite. I think a lot of times you'll see people who build their PowerPoint slide as their words and as their text, and that's when you tend to get into those visuals that are not as structured or simple and clear. Okay, and then I want to share a second tip with you, and that second tip is to practice. So you'll see very clearly throughout the paper that people talk about practicing. Pat Fryman tells some wonderful stories about practicing in the airport and his experiences in doing so. And for me, this is the key to success for my own public speaking. I spend as many months as I am given notice preparing and practicing my talks. I always, very consistent with Dr. Pat Fryman, try to memorize the beginning and the end. And I try to really reduce my scripts and my notes over time. I'm not always perfect at this, especially if it's a longer talk and I'm a little more nervous than I normally would be, but practicing has been key. And I've just found that I'm a less effective public speaker if I am rushing around at the end to put everything together. So that's your second tip: practice with the goal of limiting your notes scripts over time, and do some memorizing if you can, particularly of the beginning and the end, because that's what you want to be super impactful. Okay, thanks so much. I hope you enjoy the article, and I hope you enjoy these public speaking tips. Have a great day.